All right, folks, here we are. We've got another week in the books, another week on the dad bod journey. So here we are. I'm going to update you guys on the latest and greatest, how the week went. And I got to tell you, by far, this was not only the easiest week I've had, but the most efficient, okay? And this really does exemplify what I've kind of touched on in the past as far as if there's anything I'm trying to accomplish with my members, with my personal clients, it's getting them to this point. And that's really the tipping point, as I've used in the past, where things almost become autopilot. Whereas before I was challenged to prep my food, I was challenged to make it to the gym, I was challenged to force myself to eat the foods that I'm supposed to be. Now it's all second nature, okay? Now my habits have transitioned, they've changed to where this is now how I operate on a daily basis. And it's a breeze. And this makes life so much easier in terms of reaching your own personal fitness goals. So I'm there, and like I said, it's a breeze. As far as things that I'm keeping implemented across the board that you should definitely be incorporating in your personal programs, the consistent eating every 3 to 3.5 hours. Even if I find myself in a pinch, didn't bring enough food, something like that, you better believe I'll be pulling into somewhere. Usually for me, it's a gas station, and I'm trying to get my hands on a bag of cashews, some beef jerky, sometimes a pre-made protein shake. Even though I would much rather stay on track and eat the foods that I'm supposed to, those are options that are not going to take me into a position where I'm going to see negative impacts in the mirror. But more importantly, it's going to allow me to keep food in my system. It's going to allow me to keep that consistent eating habit, which in turn will keep my body dumping, getting rid of excess fat. Okay, that's really the name of the game there. So keeping that implemented. As far as my cardio goes, it's been good. I'm going to really push myself this upcoming week and see if I can get some more in. But again, my cardio across the board, and I did release some information on this on social media yesterday, so check it out if you already haven't. But my cardio is all targeted cardio right now. Because I'm really trying to reduce body fat, I'm not as interested right now in the cardiovascular benefits. So I'm keeping my heart rate much lower, my intensity level much lower, to ensure that of anything that I'm burning, the primary source of fuel, if you will, is coming from fat. Okay, I don't want to sacrifice any muscle I can't afford to right now, and I don't want to be wasting my time as far as getting this fat off. That's what I'm going for. So I don't want to sit there spinning my wheels. So everything is low and slow, and I'm going after just body fat. Okay. Other than that, I want to touch on something that I kind of witnessed last night. It was a situation that I've seen 100 times, but it applies here because it's a conversation I have a lot with my MFS program users and my members at Mitchell Fitness Solutions. So last night, we were at a school function for the kids, okay? And it was a family function. You bring the kids, there's activities, and they also feed you, okay? And no surprise, they're feeding you pizza. It's the $5 hot and ready, or whatever's in your area, the pepperoni, the cheese pizza, okay? You give them a ticket and you get this pizza. And this is an example, I think, of a situation that a lot of my members find themselves in, a lot of my clients, where when I ask them why they ate something that they shouldn't have, I say, well, why did you eat that? Well, it was a school event, and, I was out with the kids, and, everybody else was, so I just ate it. Be aware of that kind of a situation, that kind of a thought process will completely derail you. It'll take you right off track, and it'll keep you where you're at now, if you're watching this and you're trying to make improvements. Unfortunately, in my opinion, that's the big problem with our society right now. It's almost considered the norm to eat and drink these high-calorie foods. Again, I'm fine in moderation. I have a cheat meal every week, and I'm making physical changes, but I'm not doing that daily, okay? And I think that it literally has become the norm for a situation like that, where I'm watching the parents, and unfortunately, I would say that 9.8 out of the 10 people in that room were not in physical condition. And I don't just mean aesthetically, I mean healthy-wise. They were not healthy. And here they are, they're eating a bunch of pizza that they probably, half of them, didn't even want. They were just eating it because it was put in front of them, okay? So be aware of that. Be conscious of situations like that. I wasn't about to eat it, again, not because necessarily I don't eat pizza, but I'm not going to waste my cheat meal, if you will, on a $5 pizza. I'd rather go get a authentic pizza from an Italian restaurant or something and enjoy it. So it's simple. I had a handful of cashews before I left to make sure I had something in my system, to make sure I wasn't starved to the point where I couldn't resist the pizza. And then when I got home, I had my meal. No big deal. So be conscious of that. Be aware that I thought that was a learning experience for you guys. Again, it's something that a lot of my membership and my personal clients deal with. So other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time at Mitchell Fitness Solutions. Please stay tuned for the pics. As always, I'll be releasing those later. Tune into the YouTube channel consistently. I'm always throwing videos out here. And last but not least, make sure you check out the website, www.mitchellfitness.solutions.